Welcome to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. My name is Tim Murray, President and CEO of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce. And Chamber Exchange, a TV show, is an opportunity for you, our viewers, to hear and meet some of our chamber member businesses and organizations and leaders who play an important role in terms of the economic well-being of the region. And I'm thrilled to have with us on this segment Bruce Platzman, who is the President and CEO of AIS, which is headquartered in Leominster. Bruce, welcome.
Thanks for having me today, and looking forward to our conversation.
Well, Bruce, first, let me start off with a big thank you to you and to your team. During this pandemic, we saw organizations and businesses that were nimble and able to pivot and find ways to help out. And AIS, which we'll get into, is a manufacturer, but you pivoted and right away began to fill the need of businesses and organizations, municipalities, hospitals, et cetera, that had a shortage of masks. And maybe you could talk a little bit about the program, and thank you for your willingness to offer those masks free of charge to our chamber member businesses and organizations.
Well, as you mentioned, there's been a lot of members that have been able to switch because of the different capacities and different things that they were doing in their factories. We had the opportunity to start sewing and manufacturing high quality masks in our factory because we were manufacturing office seating on a day-to-day basis. And we immediately shifted to manufacturing cloth masks, providing them to the hospitals and people in the front lines. And we quickly pivoted into, could we expand this and make it a much larger program? And today, through the help of 1,000, what we call Rosies around the country in 47 states, we have distributed and donated over 600,000 masks to people that really need them, whether they're the shelters, whether it's the hospitals, frontline providers, the homeless, everybody that really needs a high quality mask that couldn't get their hands on one day in and day out. And it's been very rewarding, and it's been obviously very beneficial to many cities and towns around the country.
Yeah, and Rosie, the riveter kind of brings back where people stepping up to fill the void back during World War II as a symbol of kind of the country coming together, and you have done just that. And I think your AIS's team willingness to do that really reinforces the importance of having local manufacturing in the region, helping local businesses, hospitals. I know you've worked with the United Way, so again, a huge debt of gratitude.
And one last thing, and this is probably the most rewarding part that I didn't realize was going to happen. These 1,000 people, most of them, not all of them, are elderly that have sewing machines that have been stuck in their homes for the last year, not being able to meet with family members. This gave them an opportunity and gave them hope to be able to help through this crisis, but give them something to do and make them feel important. And that's been an incredible byproduct of this whole initiative.
Yeah, well, good stuff. Well, we a major manufacturer. Bruce, let's get into AIS a little bit. We've had a chance in the past to kind of talk a little bit about it, but every industry sector has been impacted by COVID-19 health and economic crisis. Maybe you could just a little refresher, how many people you employ and how you're navigating through this situation with COVID-19.
Like all companies, it's been a lot of fun the last 12 months, really. But at the same time, we are an office furniture manufacturer. We're in Leominster, Mass, as you said. We're in a 600,000 square foot facility with 800 employees, all manufacturing anything and everything that you would need for an office environment. Whether you're a one-man operation or a Fortune 100 company, we can provide all of the interiors and technology solutions and ergonomic solutions for an office. And we've been able to navigate through the last 12 months simply because we deal a lot with critical companies. Obviously, our state is huge in biotech and high tech, and we play a very important role in that area as well in those two industries. And the governor deemed us essential on March 18th of last year, which allowed us to stay open and keep manufacturing for hospitals and triage centers around the country. So although business is down a little compared to most of our competitors, we're impacted a lot less, and very fortunate for that.
Right. Well, I'll just say a little plug here. For businesses and organizations in the Commonwealth, or certainly in Worcester County, if they're in need of office furniture or change, with a lot happening and what offices are going to look like in the future. We can say this from experience as a customer of AIS. really encourage our member businesses and organizations to check out AIS as a potential business that you can work with and acquire from, and that supports our local economy, keeps people at work, and we can say here at the Chamber a satisfied customer. Bruce, there's a lot of conversation. We had our construction and real estate roundtable last week with Chip Norton, who's the owner of Franklin Realty, which is a major property owner in downtown Worcester and Southbridge. He's bullish about coming back to work, though it may be in a little bit different. It's kind of a hybrid situation. Your thoughts being in the industry and where it will be going in a post-COVID world.
I think you're going to have the extremes being one end of, companies just not renewing leases, not taking additional space and allowing their employees to work 100% from home. And then on the other hand, you have the other extreme being companies just mandating 100%. You have to come back to work if you want to be employed here. But I think the more realistic, as you mentioned, is the hybrid model, where companies are going to require their employees to spend, a major portion of their time within the office, but they're going to have some flexibility around allowing people to work from home. And I know there's lots of pros and cons around both of those, to what percentage you're working from home versus getting people into the office. And, we can touch on those if you want.
Yeah. And just we have a minute or two left, but one of the things, having had the chance to come up and tour the facility in Leominster, you've also got the showroom and work with companies on designs and how, different looks for offices. I assume that's going to become a lot more important going forward in terms of the customized work that you can provide.
Yeah, the office of where it's going to land, we're working very closely with a lot of consultants around the country. Nobody really seems to know, but certainly we're going to have to provide environments where workers feel safe to come into work, but at the same time we still have to foster collaboration and idea sharing and people just getting together and getting back in the office and feeling good about it. And we're working on that day in and day out. Great.
Well, Bruce, first, thank you for doing important work in the region, employing people, but for being such a business leader that stepped up during this crisis in a variety of different ways. And on behalf of our members, thank you for, again, your generous offer in the Rosie program with the masks, providing free of charge for businesses and organizations these kind of state-of-the-art masks.
Thank you for the kind words, and anytime we can help in anything, please just reach out.
Okay, well, stay with us. We're going to come right back on this edition of Chamber Exchange, the TV show.
These days, you've got your hands full in life. That's why we help you bank simply and securely with tools like Face ID and Touch ID. It's why we make it easy to make purchases on the go and get cash back while you're at it. Why we help you quickly deposit checks wherever you are. And it's why we lend a hand with sending and receiving money right from your phone. So even when you're on the move, you can manage your finances. Bank Hometown. Unlock your potential.
Are you a Central Massachusetts business owner? Do you want a voice in public policy and economic development? Are you looking to increase your network or generate new business leads? A membership with the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce will provide you with a variety of tools and opportunities to help you stay connected with the diverse and growing business community of the region.
We just started right out of school, so we didn't know the team of professionals that we were going to need to start our company. So we were able to get put in touch with people who offered those services, and that helped us out a lot.
Joining the chamber can provide you access to great resources, connections that you wouldn't otherwise have.
Serving as New England's largest chamber of commerce, the chamber is a proud supporter and advocate of the local business community.
Advocacy is the biggest benefit that I see. The chamber is there to benefit business and frankly to benefit economic development for all of us, residents or business owners.
Join today to take advantage of the Chamber's wide range of resources and benefits.
Let's all do our part to safely support small business during these challenging times. From delicious dinners, to great fashion finds, to that perfect pick-me-up, Worcester is open for business. Join your community in entering the We Love Worcester photo contest today. Visit discovercentralmass.org for details. Worcester, we're in this together.